Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalsabre here. Thank you for stopping by the channel for this edition of Spinning number 33, where I'll talk about the albums and CDs that I listened to this week. I hope everybody's having a nice Father's Day weekend. It is Saturday, 98 degrees and a lot of wind here in the high desert in California. And so we're going to get started here. I started off on a little bit of a heavier note. That was something I recently picked up from the local, one of my the local record store up here, Wisecrack Records, because I wanted to get another album in there by them, and this is Power Slave. See if I can try to avoid as much of the light problems by Iron Maiden. This is heavy metal. It's their fifth studio album, and their first album with the same lineup as the last. Their tour lasted almost a year and wore the band out. Overall, the tour lasted 331 days, during which the band performed 189 gigs. That'll wear anybody out because what they forget about, the longest tour dates of those, their career. Also saw the band play to one of the largest crowds of their careers, approximately 350,000 people at the first edition of the Brazilian Rock Festival. Wow, 189 gigs in a year, and that doesn't count the rehearsal times, the practice times. That doesn't count the time they spend traveling and everything. So that in 331 days, that is an awful lot. No wonder the band got wore out. And then we got a nice little Iron Maiden label here. You can see that okay without much reflection. So that started the week off on a heavy metal and rocking the house type of week. Okay, then we continued on with another LP. This one here was a whatnot, been sitting there waiting for its turn to get played and put into the group. Let me get my notes up here, folks, so I can give you the whole shebang. All right, and it was by Grand Funk, their live album released in 1970. Let's get it out of this shrink here. It's a 2 LP. This was their first live album done by Grand Funk, the American hard rock band. Despite the massive dislike of the album by music critics, live album became very successful in the United States, peaking at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and crossed over to the R&B albums chart at 17, the band's only album to do so. Live also became the group's first and only release to make the top 40 in the UK album charts, peaking at 29. So, 4 LPs, got some good stuff on here. I wasn't personally uh, too impressed with the quality of the recording. Now, I understand it's live, and back this was, what is this, 1970? Technology wasn't like it is today, so I can understand that there probably were some issues trying to get it recorded properly. Just looking to see if there's any inner sleeves. There's no inner sleeves, but it is a gatefold, so we'll take a look at. Oh yeah, we got something going on here. Take a look. The inside picture. Pretty old album. It's in pretty fair shape. No splitting yet. There's the back. I think I showed that to you. Then we had a newspaper article in the middle. All these little neat things are pretty cool. It's always nice to have also. And it comes on the red capital label. It looks like orange when in the camera, but is it? Well, actually, it really is orange. I sorry, I said red. It really is orange. Got to get my color eyes adjusted here. So that was a pretty cool album, though. Even though I wasn't impressed with the recording quality, but it was a really good album. Nice addition to the collection. That was Grand Funk Live from 1970. Then the next album, I'm going to an upgrade. I think that you probably remembered that I got two Jethro Tull albums and whatnot, but I declared both. I wanted an upgrade on both of them. Well, the first one I decided, and I lucked out, and I'll tell you about how this one was. I saw this at a very reasonable price on Amazon, and I thought it was like the original Aqualung album. As it turns out, what I got was surprised me. And on the side it says Aqua. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. Aqua 1. This is the 2011 Steven Wilson remix of Aqualung. This is two-sided, and I'm going to tell you, I really like this. The quality, and I like the mix. And mine is a 2016, or mine is a 2021 release, a reissue of the 2011 Steve Wilson remix. Pretty cool stuff. We do have a gatefold on it also. I was going to tell you something about the story of the Aqualung, but I can't remember the story right now, so I'm not going to be saying it. And then what was neat that I didn't know was coming was this book. Okay, this is, I don't know how many pages it is. I don't even know if the pages are numbered. It's we're looking right around 30 pages. I'm not going to flip through every page, but I'll show you a couple. Pretty neat surprise for me. This is the book is called the 40th Anniversary Edition, the Steve Wilson uh, Stereo Remix. So it's the 40th edition anniversary. Pretty neat. Lots of printing on everything and everything. This was a surprise. I did not know that I ordered this, but I'm very happy that I ordered it. And of course, it's being brand new. The quality of the vinyl was very, very good. And the Steve Wilson mix was very nice. This was on a clear Krylus green album. Let me see where I can. There we go. That's a little better down there. It said clear. I don't know if this. Some people call some of them Coke bottle clear. I'll have to try to determine what the difference is between clear and Coke bottle clear. All right, so that was my upgrade, which turned into be the 40th anniversary edition with a book in it, a gatefold, and containing the 2011 Steve Wilson remix. Let me tell you, I am really happy about that. I'm really happy about this thing being in the collection. Will it get played again? Of course it will. All right, then we're going to go to what was my last Whatnot album waiting to get in. Came in Whatnot and was like almost in near mint condition. Okay. Let me get the note up here so I can look and see if there's anything special I need to tell you. All right. This is Host, double album. Well, actually, three sides. So, fourth side has nothing on it. This is Neil Young with Crazy Horse. I don't even know. You can't even see Toast up there on the top. What's going on with my viewing today? I don't know. Anyway, it's Toast. It's a three sides LP. It was released in 2022, and it was Neil Young's 44th studio album, uh, which is pretty. It was pretty good. All right, let me see what I said about it. Anything? It's like Neil Young's Lost albums. It was recorded in 2000, but not released until 2022. But it was shelved in favor of another album that he was doing at the time called "Are You Passionate?" It was finally released in 2022. It is Volume 9 of Neil Young's Archive Special Release Series. I'd have to look up and see what those other ones are in the special release series. I don't know if I might have some of them. But anyway, it is a gatefold, so let's take a look at the inside. Got the song titles over there. Got Neil playing some guitar or tuning his guitar. The back just has the I can't go and come in today because of the light. It's hard to see and everything. I don't know if there was any sleeves in here or not. Yeah, there were sleeves. Okay, but and all they are is lyrics. Light's a little tough in here today. I'm surprised last week it was a lot better. You can see the things a lot easier. And so I can get that sleeve back down in there now. There we go. And it is on one of Neil's albums or labels, I believe. Oops. Yeah, Neil Young and Crazy Horse Toast. No, bad day today. It's like a gray label. It's not like I shouldn't say like a gray label. It is a gray label. If it was like a gray label, it would be a gray label, right? All right. So then we went to the first CD of the week, and as I ran out of that shelf in here, I was thought, well, what am I going to do? Should I use a number generator and that? And I says, no. To get started, I'm just going to go into the other room where I have the first shelf of CDs and pick the one that was labeled number one. It must have been the first CD I purchased then. And it is A New Flame by Living Color. Boy, you gotta hold it down here so you can see it halfway decent. Must be because I'm doing this a little later in the day and the sun's out back. I'll have to remember that next week. Okay, and it was released in 1989, classified electronic and rock, pop rock, and synth pop. Well, all these names that they come up with, people. This was the third studio album by Simply Red, and they're considered a pop and a soul group. It was a huge success worldwide, becoming the band's first UK #1 album and certified 7 times platinum for sales. over 2.1 million copies in the UK alone. The album was also certified gold in the US. I was different pace, a nice pop. I changed. I did like it. I don't remember what the song on here that I like the best, but there is a booklet with it. A little bit down there, but you can't see. Well, there's no text on that page anyway. There is some text in the photos on this one. It's actually hard to see on the white today. Then on the back, we got the last page. We got the track listing. See if I can look real quick here and see what I like. They did a cover of an old song called "If You Don't Know Me by Now," and that was a pretty good. They did a pretty good job on that. "She'll Have to Go" is cool. This is a cool album. Nice change of pace. I never hesitant to say that I've liked all kinds of different music over the years. And so that was the first CD of the week, "A New Flame" by Simply Red. Then the next CD by a group you guys are probably all very familiar with. You probably might have this album in one format or another, but I happen to have it in CD, and this is Steel Wheels. See the number? Number 2 in my CD collection. Okay, and this is by the Rolling Stones, of course, and it would. See, that was released in 1989, and it was their 19th studio album. That was the final album that they cut with all new material for Columbia Records when they were with them. And this got major compliments. It was hailed as a major comeback upon material that was wait a minute. When its release, it is notable for patching up the differences between Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and getting the band back into what they do, rock and roll and blues. And that's some kind of music that Keith Richards really liked, really still does like to this day. And they went on a world tour of, after a relative disappointment of their prior 2 albums, Steel Wheels was a hit, reaching multiple platinum status in the United States. Yeah, I like the good stuff on here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read that back there. I got to see if I can get this open. This was hard to get open when I first got it. Mixed Emotions is on there. I remember reading that one. Let's see what else we got here. Hearts for Sale, Blinded by Love. A lot of songs on here that weren't big #1 hits for them, but I liked them. Yeah, the lyrics. And it comes on there with their Rolling Stones icon on there, the 2 tongues. So that was my second CD of the week, the 1989 release by the Stones, Steel Wheels. Okay, now the last is what I've been doing all the time. The last is an album. I go to my album collection and I pull an extra one out. I don't even hardly look. I don't look on my databases or anything to see what it is. So if people were talking about duets. You would think that they would probably talk about like Hall and Oates, the White Stripes, Black Keys, duets. I don't think anybody would bring this up in the conversation, though, to tell you the truth. This is the Carpenters. This album is the singles 1969 through 1973 by Karen and her brother Richard. It's a greatest hits collection, and it topped the charts in the United States and the United Kingdom and became one of the best selling albums of the 70s. It has been certified 7 platinum in the US alone. In the UK, the album reached #1 for 17 non consecutive weeks. In Canada, the album was in the top 100 for 33 weeks and #21 in the year end chart. So, this is pop, right? Let's see if I got any other notes on this baby. Okay, this is considered pop and is considered rock. And it's pop rock and easy listening. Well, Karen Carpenter's voice is very easy to listen to. All right, what a great voice she had. What a shame she had to leave the planet early at the age of 32. I don't think there are any sleeves in this one. Oh yeah, there is a sleeve in here. But it's just one of the regular for sale sleeves. Okay. Did I show you the inside? I think so. Yeah. And I showed you the back. Okay, they had some really big hits. We've only just begun. You guys can remember that one. And people, if you're old like me, can remember it for sure. Rainy Days and Mondays was a big hit for them. Uh, Yesterday. Let me go down here to the track listings and see what I can see. Oh, I don't even have the track listings on this one. Oh yeah, it does. Only just begun. They did some covers of Ticket to Ride and Superstar, Rainy Days and Mondays, and Yesterday Once More, Close to You. So that ended my week on an easy listening note, one that I couldn't remember even having in my collection, one that I'm glad is there. So I don't know what there people. I read one where somebody said that the people that wanted it like this easy listening because the world was in chaos and all they were getting on the radios with the Rolling Stones and Janis Joplin and people like that and that style of music. And this gave them some comfort. And apparently did. If it's all those sales that it made, probably did. Because I liked it too. I liked it today when I listened to it this morning. It was the last one of the week. It was on A&M Records. So go down there and hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. It really helps the channel grow, and I appreciate all the subscribers. And put some comments down there. Do you like these albums? Do you have any of them? What was your favorite thing that you listened to this week? Let me know. I'd like to hear it from you, and I'll get back to you. So SoCalSabre saying, take care of yourselves out there, be kind to each other, and stay safe.